really excited to be back home. I think it's been 5 weeks since we were able to play here at the university, and we're playing a really good team in Liberty, 7-1, a 2-point conversion away from at Wake Forest for being 8-0, AP ranked 23rd. We're excited to be home, homecoming game for us, and looking forward to the opportunity.
First up, we have Andrew Hutchison of the Best of Arkansas Sports.
Yeah, Sam, you told us on Monday that you were going to give McAdoo a chance to start, and we've seen him with the ones at practice. I'm just curious what you've seen from him at practice and how you think he's responded to getting that opportunity to start, possibly.
Well, he's done really well. We knew he was talented and things. It was more about learning everything he needed to know to get on the field. But I wanted him to get a lot of reps with the ones. I don't know that he'll start or not, but he's looked really good this week.
And I know when he was in high school, he played both sides of the ball, and y'all recruited him as a receiver. Did you have it in the back of your mind that, if push comes to shove, he could possibly play on the defensive side of the ball, or was it always just strictly receiver talk?
It was always receiver talk, but you always like a guy that's a two-way player. You can see the toughness that he had playing defense, and he was a very, very good defensive back. It's just we thought that his best quality was on offense, and that's what he wanted to play. But I think he's enjoying his time over on defense right now. We needed him to go over there. He basically volunteered to go over there, and I think it's going to pay off for us and him.
Next is Tom Murphy of the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette.
Hey, Sam, I was thinking about what you said on Monday about how your reserves haven't gotten a lot of playing time since UAPB last year. And it got me thinking, what's it like playing a schedule? This will be your second-ranked non-conference opponent that you face, and it just doesn't seem like you ever get a break week where you feel pretty comfortable that your reserves will play a big chunk of the game.
Yeah, I think, I appreciate you mentioning that. We've been here 31 games right now, and we've total subbed twice in 31 games. And a lot of it has to do with we'll continue to build our program. A lot of it has to do with who we're playing. If you add BYU in this non-conference schedule, this would be our third team non-conference that's been ranked in the top 25. And so it makes it difficult. Honestly, Tom, it's about morale at practice too. If you don't feel like you're ever going to get in the game as a two and things of that nature, it's hard. And I get it, because 2 of 31, that's what we've basically done wholesale-wise. So we've got to get better, and that will allow our twos to get on the field more. But it's that, and then, it's part of the scheduling, and that's what we had. You schedule years in advance and all those things. You don't know who's going to be really good and who's not at the point when you're scheduling, because you're scheduling so many years out. But, yeah, there's a lot to that, and I was really glad that we were able to get our twos in, though, towards the end of the game at Auburn.
Well, it seems that you've given guys like the veterans like Poole and even KJ, just giving those guys some rest during some practice time. Is that something you almost have to do because of the unrelenting schedule?
I believe you do, Tom. Now, I don't, I'm not Newt Rodney, but I believe you do to get through the grind of the SEC West, along with what currently has been our non-conference schedules. And I think it's the smart thing to do, and we did it last year. We lost 3 in a row, and then kind of went back to we better get our best players healthy and things of that nature, and that's what we did. It seemed to work for us last year, and hopefully it does this year. But you're absolutely correct.
Next is Mason Chody of HawgBeat.com.
Yeah, Coach, Kade Renfro posted that he had surgery. I was just curious if you remember when that injury happened.
Man, I'm going to say about 3 weeks. No, I think it was during the Texas A&M week. Just stepped and planted and a non-contact deal. Swelled up on him a little bit. Didn't think it was that big of a deal. I don't think he did. And he couldn't get the swelling off of it and found out that he had torn his ACL again. So, get another misfortunate deal, non-contact type situation. But, yes, he had an ACL again.
And then also, I noticed Terry Hampton moved up to starting D-tackle on the depth chart. I was just curious what you've thought of his play this year.
Yeah, Terry's always been played. He's always played a lot of football for us. He's playing extremely fast right now. He's kind of Arkansas. He plays hard, plays physical, gets a lot out of his athletic ability, and has made some really nice plays, really nice strides. I'm glad that he elected to transfer in here. He's helped us a lot.
Thanks, Coach.
Next is Joseph Goodman of AL.com.
Sam, I'm sure Newt would say that he loved the way you coach football. Listen, Auburn has an open position now for football coach after playing the Arkansas Razorbacks. It's obviously a good job. They're going to get a lot of good candidates. You're in the interview room. What's something you would ask a potential candidate for that job?
Do you have a love for the university? Do you have SEC? I would like to know if they had SEC experience. If they've been in the league, it's a different league. And then obviously to turn any program, you've got to recruit well, and you probably ask who the coordinators are, who are your top recruiters, guys like that you could bring in that could recruit the Atlanta area and those things. But luckily I don't have to be in those interviews, but I think you find somebody who's got a love for the university, somebody who can recruit and obviously knows the area, and you've got to be able to hire really good coordinators and things of that nature. But Auburn will be able to do that. We've got a really strong tradition.
Why is the right person for the job not always the obvious choice?
Well, the obvious choice is for the public. The obvious choices might be the most popular choice. Popularity, from what I understand, doesn't win any football games. And I think athletic directors have to understand the feel of the person there. Is this a permanent job, or is this one I'm trying to step into and turn the program and leave? Or do I feel like this job is a Taj Mahal? And I think you can feel that in interviews. And I don't know that I've ever gotten an interview that I did a job in an interview that I didn't really, really want. If I thought, well, I don't know if I want this job or not, I didn't get offered it. But if I knew that I wanted the job, my percentages went way up high, and I think there's a lot to do with passion and what you think of the program, and I'm sure they'll find that guy.
Thanks, Coach.
Mm-hmm.
Next is Steve Moulton, WZZN.
Coach, appreciate the time. Hope you're doing well today, sir.
Thank you.
Wanted to ask about Hunter for Liberty and what kind of challenges he brings to your defense, Coach.
Well, Hunter, who are you talking about?
Dede Hunter.
Oh, the running back. I'm sorry.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm sorry. Dede. Yeah. Well, I tell you what, he's got 860 yards. So they give the ball to him quite often. So you're sitting there. He's probably averaging somewhere around 15 carries a game, and he's got 860 yards. Very fast, hard runner. Can make you miss, but he can run over the top of you. Got really good speed. You know, the kid transferred in from Hawaii. He's got a lot of transfer guys on his team that's really improving, you know, that are playing really well. And but he certainly is a fine runner, holds on to the ball, very, very strong. A guy that we've got to stop. So, really good player.
And I did want to ask, I know the kickoff time became a topic in your Monday press conference. Would you like to see more 3 o'clock kick games just generally in college football, Coach?
Well, I think, you know, yes. I think a lot of it depends on if you're on the road or you're at home. You know, I do believe that. If you're on the road at night, you know, it's tough. But I understand there has to be night games as well, too. But recruiting-wise, a 3 o'clock game is perfect because the kids will have enough time to get here, and if they don't want to spend the night, they'll have enough time to get home. You know, enough time to get home. Very difficult for the turnaround on the road, like I just spoke about in a night game. So, but I understand that television drives all those things, and if it's at home, we'd love to play a night game, but on the road, it's very difficult.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
That's it for today, Coach. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.